Hey y'all, hey, it's time for another video today. So this is going to be a super simple DIY. I originally designed this to be like a bathing suit cover over thing, but I did the little draws, but they ended up, I thought the fabric, the orange fabric was a lot see-through, but it's not. And so the underwear, the bottom part kind of ended up looking like just big granny draws. So I just went commando. And if you don't know what that means I ain't got no drawers on. I did go longer on the sleeves just to create that little roly effect. Remember, if you're new to this channel, go ahead on and subscribe. Put on that notification bell so you know when I'm posting and stuff. Because I be posting right now. It's just like 17 of us watching. But that's all right. But if you're interested in how I did this DIY, keep watching. All right, guys. So Walmart, best friend. I got this fabric from Walmart. I think it was 3 yards for $4 for the blue, and this fabric I'll show you guys later, but 3 yards for $3. So what? Who made a whole outfit for less than $10? Me. And I'm doing 4 pieces, even though I'm probably going to end up making the underwear smaller, and you'll see that along the way. So these are just the supplies you're going to need. Now I got this little curvy top that's exactly like what I'm making from Shein. But if you do not have one, guys, you can simply use a shirt and then cut out this arch in any kind of shirt to get this like design. So the idea is that you'll be cutting right under your underarms, if you can see. So it's probably about 1.5 inches under the underarms. And of course, this is the shirt that came with it. Super simple design, y'all. But it makes such a cute like look. I loved it. Like I was like, oh, gotta make it. This was actually a pink skirt that I made some time ago. But if you don't have a skirt, like a maxi skirt that you want to use, the idea is the triangle effect. That's how you get that kind of flowy look at the bottom. Now, I went all the way to the bottom on this, but guys, I ended up having to cut some off because it looked like I was going to prom. So ideally, you're going to cut on the fold and you're going to cut, that's me showing you the $3 for the one piece, which is 3 yards. But ideally, you're going to cut on the fold. So you're going to cut a front and then you're going to cut a back. And again, you are cutting on the fold. You're going to straighten that fabric. You're doing a good job though, girl. So yeah, okay. Oh, you're being real perfectionately. So yeah, you're going to cut this on the fold. And then once you do that, I'm going to show you. Next, I don't know why I do this. I think it maybe creates something different or maybe make your booty look bigger. But I'm actually going to take the back piece and cut it down the middle. And I don't know what this does. I don't know if it adds some shape or whatever, but I realized a couple of my maxi skirts, they do have that. So I just pretended to grab a ruler like I was going to really use it. I put it there, made sure everything was straight. And then I completely moved the ruler out the way and just cut wherever I wanted to, because that's usually what I do. I am probably the most whatever you want to call me, person that sews ever. So now what you're going to do is put right sides together and you're going to simply pin that back together, just creating extra work for yourself. Pin it together and then you're just going to simply sew down the middle. Every stitch other than when you're lining is going to be a zigzag stitch. So keep that in mind. Every single stitch, because remember, this is stretchy fabric and we're not using any kind of zippers or buttons, and you want to be able to just slide this on or whatever. So if you're using a different material, that's something that you got to hold, put into your whole little factor. But for me and my sewing machine and my booty, we doing some stretchy fabric with zigzag stitches. Now, if you have a serger, this is a perfect time to do so. I was running out of breath. So now I'm going to take that black top again. If you have a t-shirt that you like that's kind of old that you can use, you can even cut it like this, or you can even create this pattern for yourself. But like I said, I'm using this. By the way, the Shein top is a large. Now the sleeves fit tight, but this part was a little kind of weird. So again, think about all of that, but I'm showing you guys, I think that was, let me go back and look for y'all. Okay, it was 16 inches, and then from the collar, it was 2 inches down. But again, use a t-shirt, tank, any of this. But all I'm doing is simply cutting around this, y'all. I mean, seriously, if you could tie your shoes, you can do this DIY. It is probably one of the most simplest next to the mask DIY you'll ever do. I think I like putting my coconut in the camera. One of the things I was going to tell you guys, and I didn't show myself actually sewing or attaching the sleeves or whatever. So if you ever want me to show you a simple video on how to attach a sleeve, I would be more than happy to do so. If you're doing this piece, make sure you're cutting a little bit in the front so you can signify what's the front that dips a little bit lower. Everywhere that I have the clips is where you're going to sew. So you just simply clipping at the top, around the shoulder area, and then on the sides. Now I'm just making my sleeves, and again, remember I told you guys I went longer, so I went all the way down to create this sleeve, and I used, of course, the same pattern for the sleeve. If you do not have this top, which you probably don't, just use a shirt of any sleeve that you like the way it fits. Now, ideally, you want this to be a tighter sleeve because the way the look is supposed to go, you don't want like a baggy sleeve. So when you're picking your sleeve, keep that in mind. Or you can just measure your arm, measure your big part and your, what you call that, your wrist. Wrist. That's not what Cardi B says. Okay. What did she say? I don't even know. Press. Cut it up. Yeah, that's what she says. Anyway, so now you're going to simply take these sleeves, turn them inside out so you're having right sides together. Remember to do that. And yes, I got my coffee. But if y'all pay attention, you're going to notice that my nails are looking a whole lot shorter because, listen, I stopped this DIY to go get my nails done because they were just too long. Like I could not function. And then you'll notice that I kind of do a little bit better. But anyway, again, zigzag stitch right along this clip. Make sure you're not zigzagging and closing the top part because remember that is, of course, where your arm going to go. You kind of need a little opening. So zigzag there. And then now we're going to simply make the top. Now I used some regular bikini bottoms that I had and, of course, the top. But again, remember, if you're using a thinner fabric, make this more like a G-stringy whatever because I should have shown you guys it was extremely unflattering. So now I'm going to show you guys that. So it was 2 yards for $4 with this fabric. Again, I got both of these fabrics from Walmart. Let me tell you something. When you go to Walmart, I was so disappointed, y'all, because this blue was like kind of sweatery, but it still stretched. It still did what I needed to do. So it was fine. Let me tell you guys now, pay attention to the fabric because even though I did I used this top, I ended up having to come back and take about a half an inch or maybe two, like an inch off both sides because it was ready to show my boobie because I don't plan on wearing no bra with this. You just judge somebody else, not me. If you do not have a top, again, you could simply, that's probably yet another one. Get a tank top and only cut out one side. It is, again, very, very, very simple. But I am going to show you guys just the measurements so you can have an idea. Listen, y'all, I'm about to go on vacation, so I'm ready. But anyway, so you'll, of course, clip both sides and then clip the top, and then you'll sew, again, a zigzag stitch. So here the underwear, I'm going to show you the measurements first. So for my top, it was 14, and then I think 14 by 17. That curve was 16, and I think that right there was about 7 inches. So just showing you that. So the underwear, again, use anything you have. If you want to use your real draws, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you because ain't nobody going to see them. But again, I have to tell you guys, pay attention to your fabric because it's literally going to mess up this whole design if you have big old granny draws. But I did take these underwear and then I think I did like a little high waist, but I'm showing you guys the dimensions. Why I'm showing you, I don't know, but it's 14 across because it got to be your draws. We get so caught up on like patterns and all that stuff, but honestly, in your closet, I guarantee you have all the patterns you need. And what you don't have, I promise you could create off of something you already have. I know that sounds confusing, but we can go through a whole lesson on that too. So the underwear, you're just simply going to clip the sides and then the crotch area, and you're going to zigzag that and sew it. I did make the front a little bit more high waist. So this is showing you the complete look as you saw it on me. I'm going to tell you right now, make sure if you're doing this, you see how mine is not folded in. Make sure you double fold. Don't cut yourself short on that because what happens is it looks like this. It did not look like that on as you guys saw that, but that's just something to consider. The top, I would have not hemmed the curve part because I liked how it rolled on the skirt. So I would have just kind of wanted to add that. But this turned out super cute. This was such a quick, easy outfit. I'm going to show you guys now. I'm going to show you how long my sleeve is. So my sleeve, let's see. How y'all doing out there? Y'all doing good? Good. I hope you're doing just fine. I know some of y'all like, but Trinity, ain't nothing open. Where I'm going to wear this to? Your backyard. Your backyard. I gotta show y'all my backyard. So my sleeve is about 29 inches long. So yeah, it is long and I love it because it rolls at the bottom. So it was absolutely perfect for me. But yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I got a whole closet full of stuff that I'm ready to wear when we finally open the world back up. So listen, that's what we doing. Right now we sewing, we getting ready to be like, bye ya ya. So my skirt was actually 49. I'm sorry that wasn't in the camera, but the skirt was 49 inches long. And you see that's that middle seam. And you can also press this to make it look neater. I'm going to be honest, I was liking the rugged look, so I didn't do it. Plus, it made my booty look big. But I absolutely love, love, love the way this came out because of this fabric was so thin. Like, it just kind of gave you that flowy, little beachy thing. And like I said, I'm going to Mexico. Come on, Mexico. Consuela. But anyway, yeah, I'm very happy with this. But yeah, I did stretch the bottom and then stretch at the top because I wanted to make it kind of roll. So it's kind of like a thinner t-shirt fabric, so to speak. So yeah, very, very happy with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick DIY. Again, subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.
Now, I will tell y'all, listen, that little thing, you make sure that you got something up in there because, boy, I started walking, that skirt was like, hello. I was like, don't be showing my goodies.